Hi guys, it's time for another bi-weekly sales video. As always, we'll look at our sales in terms of highest quantity and later in terms of highest price. This is great information for any of you who are unsure of what types of things sell and how well they sell. Granted, this is just my sales for Outland EU, but I definitely noticed the same trend on all my servers. Of course, there's going to be differences. And my transmog and glyphs, I sell those items on a different account, so I'm going to have to add those in a little bit later in the video. And we're going to also start occasionally showing Zionic sales. Zionic sends a lot of his mats to me that show up in my sales, but he also sells some random items worth a nice chunk of change, which we'll show you in a bit. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so we see lots of different ores and bars showing up here, 1,500 to 2,000 items of each of these guys. So they flip very, very well, always flipping those on the auction house. A lot of it is very old content, some of it is kind of somewhere in the middle, and then some of it's current expansion stuff. So you'll see lots of different types of ores and bars. Now the white and black trillium ore, I'm buying those up to very, very high prices, up to basically their prospect value, which is around 9 gold, because I'm prospecting them for gems to stock up for Legion. So you'll notice my average buy and sell is a little bit wonky for those, so that's the reason for that. And we're seeing some more ores and bars being sold here down into the 300, 400s. Now I've also started getting into selling herbs, flipping them on the auction house. So you'll see a lot of those showing up in here as well. And some more ores and bars and some more herbs. Let's keep going through the list. We've got some potions and flasks showing up in here. Arcanite bars. Don't want to sell too many of those. I'd rather keep them for myself. Make more money out of them. And what else we got here? Reroll secondary. This is from tailoring. We've got some enchants, reroll secondary for jewel crafting. We got Vial of the Sands here, 16 Vial of the Sands in the last 14 days, so that's more than one a day. And I also worked very, very heavily this week, so could have been a little bit higher if I didn't work as much. We've got some upgrade tokens here, 17. These are blacksmithing upgrade tokens for the weapons. Sell a nice chunk of those guys. Bunch more enchants along here. And we've got some more upgrade tokens, more enchants. We've got some potions. All right, let's go down and see what we got here. We've got some alchemy trinkets, selling those, 7 of those. Stone of the Elements and old content, inscription, shoulder enchants. Some more enchants, alchemy trinket. This is a different stage right here. Let's keep going down, see what else is on the list. We've got some leatherworking items that I see there. And we've got some more upgrade tokens, Phantom Blade. You usually see these pretty much on all my videos, anywhere from 3 to 6 of these. I usually sell every 2 weeks. These are really good sellers. Leg armors here. We got some more old content stuff, current expansion enchants. Let's keep going down and see what else is on the list. Yeah, Steel Forge. Yep, that's another upgrade token. We got some weapons here for blacksmithing, some reroll secondary, some enchants, a couple jewel crafting items. All kinds of goodies along here. Old content, leatherworking, some scale gear, some more upgrade tokens, old content crafted items, current expansion, weapons, armor. Let's see what else is here. We got some more stage gear down here. And we're getting down to only, 2 items over. This is not too much stuff down here over the last 2 weeks. So these are just more, random items. I sell a few of here and there, here and there. A lot of stage gear you're going to see showing up, and just some odds and ends of different things that I'm selling. All right, so now we have it in the form of highest valued items showing up first, going down to lower and lower value items. So you can focus on the really good stuff if you want to see it this way. So Vial of the Sands, of course, is going to be on the top of the list. It's the most expensive item that we sell. We've got 16, like we've already mentioned, of those sold. So really, really nice seller. And then you're going to see a whole lot of stage gear on this list, and most of what you see towards the top being the most expensive stage gear. A lot of this is blacksmithing stuff, weapons especially. So you'll usually find blacksmithing weapons do very, very well. The armor, not as much, but decent. And then as we get a little lower in the list, you're going to start seeing lots more of the tailoring and leatherworking stage gear. And you can also see some other items sticking out in here. This is old content, the Fell Steel Long Blades. That's a recipe that's certainly worth buying off the auction house. There's a couple neat little items that's not stage gear that's in here, which you can kind of see as you go down through the list. old content blacksmithing. We've got some, the Shadow Tomb here. This is from Inscription. That's a staged item, the offhand. The alchemy trinkets, which we've seen in the earlier version, the stage 4, 5, and 6, been selling those guys. Let's see what else. Some more old content leatherworking right here, and all the stage gear that we mentioned. Some old content stuff sneaking in. Nice juicy prices of those guys. Shadow Tombs, so those offhands are still doing okay. And some of the blacksmithing armor showing up here. Reborn weapons. Old content stuff, upgrade tokens, blacksmithing old content stuff. And what else we got here? We're seeing some leatherworking items showing up, just as I expected. Some more leatherworking items, some old content profession stuff. And weapons from old content blacksmithing are usually always showing up along this list. We've seen a nice few of them already. There'll probably be a few more on the list. We've got some more blacksmithing weapons here. These are some of the lower stages, lower prices, but still selling very, very well. And we've got our hats. Now, we haven't sold as many hats as we usually do. Usually I sell, 3 to 5 of each kind over a 2-week period, but I haven't been selling as many over the last 2 weeks. I've been working a lot. So next video, they should certainly pick up. We've got some more tailoring, leatherworking, and some blacksmithing stage gear showing up along here. Some old content blacksmithing weapons, blacksmithing armor, rage steel, really good sellers. Phantom blade, 5 of those guys. We've got more stage gear from various professions. Blacksmithing, leatherworking, and tailoring is predominant, but you can see some inscription and some alchemy stage gear showing up as well. And again, some old content stuff, polar vests. I'm usually selling a nice few of those. Got a couple hats there, but nothing too exciting. Some tailoring, leatherworking, stage gear. Old content. This is a lot of old content stuff here from various professions and a couple enchants current expansion. What else we got here? Glacial robe. Yeah, I sell a few of those. A lot of gear from the scales that Zionic farms for me. You can see a lot of that stuff selling in here. And turtle scales, all kinds of different scale items showing up. Another offhand inscription. Alright, I think you get the idea. We're just getting down to really cheap items now, which I'm sure you're not too interested in. Alright guys, so this is the Transmog gear that I've been selling on my other accounts. I'm just going to quickly go through the list. I'm not going to list out every single item on here. You guys can kind of see for yourself quickly what the items are that I've been selling. But I do want to mention here at the top of the list, this particular item. I bought 3 of these a while ago for 30,000 gold each. And I sold the first one for about 70k. This one here I sold for about 50k, and I still have 1 more left to sell. So I've made a decent chunk of gold from selling these guys. And then you see some Vanguard items here, some Ironhide, some Glorious, Venom Shroud. You can see all the names of the different items here. Assassin's Blade, sold 2 of those guys. Replica gear, sometimes we flip these on the auction house, sometimes we get them ourselves through Dark Moon Fair. Really good sellers. And I'll just scroll down, you guys can kind of see what's on the list here. Some more Venom Shroud, Tricksters, Ghostwalker, a little bit of everything in here. Getting down to some pretty cheap items now, down around, 100, 150 gold, which is nothing too exciting. So all you're going to see down towards the bottom is glyphs are going to start showing up where I sell them in my glyph walls. And that's about it. Alright guys, so let's have a look at Zionic sales over the last 14 days. So we can see here on the top of the list that he's been selling lots of bolts of cloth. Some people are just very lazy and don't want to make them themselves, and he's been selling them at really nice prices. Silk cloth, 7 gold each, that's pretty good. And some of his other bolts are selling also at pretty nice prices. So doing pretty good there. And Guard Night Howls, now he's sold 28 of those in the last 14 days for an average price of 2,400 gold. That's pretty nice considering how easy it is to get those mounts. And the Sealed Tombs, oh my goodness, 9 of those he sold, 10,000 gold each. That's pretty nice. He just recently started farming those. And he farms a lot of different types of pets as well, and you can see a big variety of pets here. Zomstrock, the Bronze Whelpling, Filthling, lots of different pets there, and selling at pretty nice prices. Battered Hilt, selling those also pretty good prices. Some recipes he gets along the way. He sold the Cobra Scale Hood, And you can see some other variety things that he's been selling there on the list. Alright guys, that's it for our bi-weekly sales video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and comment.